Hi, I'm Tech Sergeant Empathy Guerin with the Tennessee National Guard, and this is my partner here,
Will Johnson.
So this is our stashed away trailer that we bring around across the whole state of Tennessee. We work side by side and partner with the coalitions in each county. So we have to be invited by them, obviously, but it's been a fantastic partnership and we've enjoyed doing it. So basically the trailer is set up, as you can see, as a child or a youth's bedroom. We have it set up that way so that we can kind of go through and talk about the stashed compartments or stashed areas that kids would most likely use.
Welcome to another edition of Community Insider. Join us as we travel Middle Tennessee, uncovering history and experiencing the adventure of unique stories and events coming to you inside your community.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Womack, and welcome to this edition of Community Insider as we're coming to you from Woodbury, Tennessee on the square for the Parents Resource Fair, and we have with us the Cannon County Drug Coalition. We're going to be telling you more about that in just a moment. I'm going to sort of hand it over to Miss Tammy Jones. Sort of introduce who we have today.
All right, we have Sergeant Empathy over here. She is responsible for us being able to get this trailer here, which we'll tell you a little bit more about that here in just a few minutes. Miss Camille Smith, she is with CASA. She is one of the founders of this Parent Resource Fair. Josh Crane, he is our local attorney. He's also on our board of directors, so is Camille. Miss Christine O'Day, she works here at the courthouse with the Youth Service Officer, and she is one of the co-founders as well of this Parent Resource Fair. What we have here today is any resource that is here in Cannon County. There's a booth set up where people can come and speak to individuals that are from these agencies and get familiar with who they are if they need to reach out to any of us. We also have these resource booklets that the Cannon County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition has sponsored. Inside it is every resource, if you live in Cannon County, that you may need. This book is so handy. We encourage that everybody have one of these in their home. But the main attraction here today is this trailer that is behind me. It is the National Guard Counter Drug Task Force trailer, and it's hidden. We call it hidden in plain sight because that's really what it is. You go through it and it's eye-opening. I've been through these trainings and I've seen different places where drug paraphernalia could be hidden, and even going through this trailer, so much more.
Hey, I'm Joshua Crane. I'm with the Cannon County Substance Abuse Coalition out here today at the Parent Resource Fair here in downtown Woodbury. Super excited that we've been able to have this main attraction here today. The main focus for today was really to bring attention and awareness to this community, especially for parents, because we have such a substance abuse problem in this community, like so many communities across the state of Tennessee. We want parents to know what resources are available, and we want to educate them so that they can better prepare themselves in their own home to deal with their families.
So a lot of parents may be watching saying, I don't know that my kids have a problem, my teenagers have a problem. Is there some things that I need to watch for? This is what you're taking care of. This is a resource to try to identify some of those things, right?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we hear a lot with the coalition and the work that I do, and I'm sure the work that a lot of other people do, is parents don't think their kids do have a problem, unfortunately, a lot of times until it's too late, until that problem manifests itself in a way that's very negative. The reality is you have to be engaged with your child, and that's where all of this starts. You have to be engaged. And when you see those minor changes in attitude, those minor changes in behavior, then whenever you see the things that we're hoping parents will learn about today, it should be clues to you that, hey, I need to engage further. I need to have more discussion with my child and hopefully head these problems off before they become too serious.
For folks that's never known of what y'all do, where's a good place they can go to find out more information?
The easiest place, honestly, for most people, because in the world we live in now, everybody's tech savvy. The Substance Abuse Coalition has a Facebook page. That's a great jumping off point to learn contact information, literature that you can get. We have meetings every month in Cannon County. Honestly, this is a situation where if people want to learn, the resources are out there. They can be easily found.
Also, the other civic groups, church groups, you're hoping some would maybe educate their congregation or the folks that they're involved with. Y'all will come to where they're at, right?
Sure. And I would say one thing. We don't want some to do it. We want all to do it, right? And one of the biggest organizations universally in every community is the church. And we really want the church to step up, because the church doesn't need to be isolated. The church needs to be in the community, part of the community. And there's so much with what these people do that the churches can take, bring to their congregations, and then really impact the community around them.
I'm Jamie Harper. I'm the Faith-Based Community Coordinator for the Middle Tennessee Grand Division. What I see is a lot of individuals who are struggling with mental health and substance use disorders, and the congregations are really wanting to know what to say. And so we're going in and trying to educate the congregations to give them as much education as possible to meet the individual where they are. The majority of congregations are very receptive because they see the problems within the pews, and they see it within the community as well, and they want to be able to help. A lot of people, whenever they're seeking help, will go to the faith community in order to find it. What the faith community can do is really reach out to the community, allow them to know that there is a place to go get help if you want it. And so it's really creating the safe place within the community, inside the congregations. I know what it's like to be a member of a congregation who doesn't know how to be open to the idea of addiction or substance use. I grew up going to church. I started using whenever I was 11 years old. And I went to church until I was 17. Nobody ever said anything to me. And so whenever I finally had the opportunity to speak with someone many years later, I asked them why they never said anything, and they said they didn't know how. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to begin. And so what I really like to be able to do is to go into congregations and allow them to know what to say, where to begin, and what to do. I think the biggest thing that I want people to know is that help is possible. We are here. The congregations can help. You as an individual who hurt, you have a voice. You as congregations, you can help. We as the state, we want to be able to provide you with the resources to give the individuals a better help than you know how to provide right now. Help is available. If you want to know more about mental health, substance use disorders, we want to be able to help you have the words to say, to provide the individuals the help that they need. We all need help at some point. Why not be able to provide it?
Hi, I'm Christine O'Day. I'm the Youth Service Officer here in Cannon County. I work with the Juvenile Court.
And you guys have got several booths here. How's that went today? I know you're trying to give an opportunity also to folks that can find out more information about other groups in the community.
Yes, it's gone really well. We've had quite, a bunch of people come through, and and I work with the juveniles here, so, and their families. So a lot of these organizations that come, we are all tied together in some way. So if we bring awareness to one, being able to work together and just bring help to these families and let them know that we do have resources, we do have services here that will help with prevention. So, a lot of times with my job, they think, they gotta be in court to come see me, but really, we're here to help with prevention and to help provide resources and services so that you don't end up coming into court.
What would you say about what you saw in the trailer today? For people that hasn't saw it, was it eye-opening? How was it for you?
It was very eye-opening, and I would recommend every parent, and even if you don't have kids, if you have neighbors, if you go to church, if you know people with children, you need to go through this trailer, because you will see things that you just have no idea that this is what kids are doing. And I know we've heard some people say that, oh, well, I don't have children, but it does. It applies to all of us, because we can help a neighbor, a coworker, another family member that may be, struggling with some, noticing changes in their child. And this just opens our eyes to, spreading that awareness and helping them be able to notice different things.
Hi, I'm Tech Sergeant Empathy Guerin with the Tennessee National Guard, and this is my partner here,
Will Johnson.
So this is our stashed away trailer that we bring around across the whole state of Tennessee. We work side by side and partner with the coalitions in each counties. So we have to be invited by them, obviously, but it's been a fantastic partnership and we've enjoyed doing it. So basically the trailer is set up, as you can see, as a child or a youth's bedroom. We have it set up that way so that we can kind of go through and talk about the stashed compartments or stashed areas that kids would most likely use. We talk about red flags. And we also, the biggest portion of this is that we talk about prevention. So I feel like I don't want to, as much as it's really fun for us to kind of talk about all the, the stash compartments, which is fun and eye-opening for a lot of parents and families, I don't want the conversation to get lost in the fact that we are so about prevention. And obviously we want parents and family members to know about this way before they would even have to go through their kid's bedroom, right? The posters on the wall all have to do with the Tennessee Together survey that was taken. That was done in 2018. What we learned from that was that around 13.5 years of age is when kids started using. Because of that, obviously we want our parents to know that they need to start talking to their children way before that age, right? Yeah. And it needs to be a conversation starting early. Like it's no different than that we talk to our kids about body safety or we talk about stranger danger, right? I mean, we're trying to prevent our children from dying. Fentanyl has made its way across the whole entire state and it's killing people every day. And we want our kids to know that it's not safe. So, so if we start that conversation early when they're not in trouble, when they haven't done anything, they're more likely to listen.
So I was blown away by our earlier session that you were showing how clever adults and children has got to cover up something as simple as a vape, but the vape isn't like they're just harmless vapes. There's some serious stuff. So explain that somewhat.
Yeah, so in one of our counties, and we try to protect our counties because we don't want to go around and say this county said this or this county did that, but in one of our counties we did have a 10-year-old that actually OD'd on vaping. And that's because fentanyl had made its way in the vape. And luckily the resource officer there did have Narcan and was able to save that child's life. But we're talking about a 10-year-old who's in elementary school. And so this is why we talk about prevention, and this is why we say it's so important to start talking to these kids at a really young age. So for that particular child, we wouldn't have wanted to talk to them at 13.5, right? He needed to have someone talking to him at 8, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
So a lot of parents don't know that one of these jewel pods is equivalent to 1 pack of cigarettes, nicotine-wise. So most people can easily smoke 2 to 3 jewel pods a day compared to 1 pack of cigarettes if they actually just smoke cigarettes. So you're actually shortening your lifespan a lot quicker than if you actually smoke cigarettes.
Not that we're advocating for cigarettes.
Yeah, we can't advocate for cigarettes.
Yeah, we're not advocating for either one. We're just explaining to the parents. I think a lot of people got lost up in the idea that vaping was a safer road to go down instead of smoking, right? Like everyone kind of gave up the smoking, like, and said, oh, we're just going to vape because it's safer. And I think that what they didn't realize is it's not safer. So
what will people be expecting to see once they come to y'all's trailer? What will, not only the places that you're going to show that they can hide, but also you have material, I guess, for people for resources and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. The coalition will talk to each person that comes through here. I mean, I think it's very important for the community to get involved with their coalition, just so because the coalition is the expert for their community, right? So Cannon County actually did do the so the information on the wall is the 2018 survey that we talked about, but Cannon County actually participated in the 2020 survey as well. That's actually going to be released soon. So they already have the results from that survey that was just taken in their school, which is important because we also had COVID that happened as well. So it kind of gives some a better view on what has happened between 2018 when we didn't have COVID and then what's happening now. Cannon County's coalition also has resources that they know that are in the area or close to the area. So they're really the expert for their community and the person that people want to talk to.
All your local programs is home to you. Community Network Productions invites you to check out our website. That's communitytvtn, all one word, .com. Also, we're on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel on your smart TV or any mobile device, or simply just Facebook and Instagram. We'd also like to hear from you with show ideas, or if you got a question about a show. Email us at communitytvtn@gmail.com.
Today we're going to be hunting for spring wildflowers. These are wildflowers that come out early in the spring. They don't last long, so you got to catch them while they're out, and they are gorgeous. And they decorate the hillside, the trails in the early part of the spring. We're going to be on the side of a mountain today on private property in Grundy County, and we're going to find a lot of beautiful wildflowers, and we want you to come with us. Our friends Deb and Lynn are with us on the hike today. This is one of the earliest wildflowers, the cutleaf toothwort, and they are found all over the place in the Upper Cumberland region. They're all over Rock Island State Park. Cutleaf toothwort, got in pink and white. This is phlox. It just now came out. A little slow coming up this year, but it is beautiful. It'll be around for a while. These are called rue anemones. A lot of times they'll grow in clusters. Very beautiful. All the green that you see in this shot is trout lily. As you can see, it grows in profusion here on the side of the mountain. And we get a good rain here in the next day or so. It's going to be all yellow here, or mostly. And this is what the trout lily looks like when it's bloomed. We've arrived at a multi-tiered waterfall on the side of the mountain, and this drops for over 1,000 feet. Numerous cascades, and we've tried to climb to the top of this waterfall, and we haven't been able to get there yet. It just keeps going. But way up on top of the mountain, continuous waterfall. And today, it is decorated with wildflowers. We're going to let you see it. There's an abundance of the Sweet Betsy Trillium here in this part of Tennessee. They are all along the mountainside, all along the streams and waterfalls. Sweet Betsy Trillium. come upon Trout Lily City here on the mountainside. As you look up there on the hill, look. Look at all the yellow and green. Very unusual to have them out in mass like that. And certainly pleasing to the eyes. And it goes all along the hillside. This is the Little Duck River near Manchester, Tennessee. And over across the river is Old Stone Fort State Park, or at least a portion of the property of Old Stone Fort State Park, and Chumley's is actually a part of that park. We're across the river from most of the state park. A fairly new trail, and there's a lot to see. This is what's left of an old crossing used by the settlers a long time ago. A lot of history up here at Old Stone Fort in Manchester. There's a lot to see, a lot to learn, a lot to see. Just when we thought we had seen all the flowers we were going to see, we come upon this little guy, Dutchman's Breeches. Looks like a pair of pants hanging from a clothesline. That's where they got their name. They're not real common around here, so we always get excited when we run into Dutchman's Breeches. Well, we've come to the end of our wildflower hike today, our two-parter, and tell you what, both places just amazing. And here at Old Stone Fort, here at the Chumley Trail at Old Stone Fort, we have seen numerous wildflowers, especially Virginia bluebells. They are beautiful, and all that green you can see in front of you, those green clumps with the blue in it, Virginia bluebells. And they're not all out yet. They're still growing. So if you get a chance to come to Old Stone Fort, it's in Manchester, Tennessee. Come on out. You're going to see a lot of wildflowers, not only in the springtime, all during the summer and fall as well. We thank you for watching. We will see you next time when we explore another Tennessee trail.